So this right here is the first document you should put at the table to go over with your clients. Sometimes I understand signing services or title companies, they want you to keep the documents in a specific order. In those cases, I recommend that you make a copy of this document and put it on top, and then set it to the side and continue with the signing, exactly how they want. The reason you want to go over this closing disclosure is because it answers most of, basically all the questions that the signer might have. So let's dive right into this. Let's go over it. Over here, you have the closing information. The date issued the documents, the date the documents were issued by the lender. The closing date, this is the date you should be at the table. And this disbursement date is the date that all the funds get dispersed. That's when the sellers get their funds, their cash. That's when the title disperses all the funds to town, taxes, all the fun stuff, right? So it looks like this document was rushed. It was issued on the same day that it was a closing date, and the disbursement date is going to be all on the same day. Settlement agent is a title company that's taking care of this closing. So in this case, it's Epsilon Title Company. I don't know if that's real. You guys let me know in the comments below if this is a real title company. So the file number, if you ever have to call the signing service or the title company to refer to this file, use this file number right here. It'll be easier for them to look it up. This is the property address, make sure it's correct. And the home was sold for $180,000. Let me know where this home was sold, because there is no house out there for $180,000 in my area right now. All right, so make sure the borrower's information is correct, their name, their last name, and where they're currently living, and then make sure the seller's information is correct and the address. Well, seller might be living at a different address. So it looks like they live at a different address. This is an investment property. The lender is Ficus Bank. Don't know if that's a real bank. I think it is. So loan term, they're getting this loan for 30 years. The purpose of this loan is for a purchase. So they're buying this property, and the interest rate is fixed. So it's not going to change. This loan is a conventional loan. This could be a FHA, it could be a VA, it could be a USDA loan. FHA loans are a pain in the butt. Just know that ahead of time, all right? Let's dive right into the numbers. So just like I'm doing that right now with you, you're gonna go over all that in the top, and then you're gonna start going over this with the clients. Make sure everything is correct. They're getting a loan for $162,000. The interest on this loan is 3.875%. And their payment towards the loan, this includes their principal and their interest, is $761.78. There is a prepayment penalty. So if they prepay this loan, it's as high as $3,204 if they pay off the loan during the first 2 years. There's no balloon payment penalty, so that's pretty good. Let's look at the projected payments section, right? So on the first through 7 years, their estimated total monthly payment is $1,050.26. That's because it includes the principal and interest, the mortgage insurance, and escrow. The reason they have mortgage insurance is because they didn't put 20% down into the property. They didn't put 20% down payment. So in order to protect the lender, the client needs to pay mortgage insurance in case they default on their payments. Yes, it's for the lender and the client pays it. It is what it is. The estimated escrow is right here. So let's look at this section just so you understand this 206. So you'll see that the estimated taxes, insurance, and assessments is $356. The reason they pay escrow is in order for the lender to pay their taxes, insurance, and anything else via their escrow payments. So you'll see here that property taxes are being paid via their escrow account. That's a yes. And their homeowner's insurance is being paid via their escrow account. That's why they're paying $206.13. Now, homeowners association dues are not being paid via escrow, as you can see right here. So the total payment that they're paying, including the HOA dues, is $356. But the HOA dues, they pay by themselves. Now the lender is going to pay the property taxes and homeowners insurance, which is why this right here is $206.13. Now, once the client you'll see over here that on the 8th to 30th year, there's no mortgage insurance. Now, the reason for that is that after the 8th year, it's estimated that they're going to have 20% ownership into the property, so 20% equity. That's why the $82 falls off after that after that they reach that 20% threshold. There's different ways for them to get rid of that it's also known as PMI, private mortgage insurance. They can get rid of that sooner. It's complicated, so I'm not going to get into that in this video. I'll leave it for another video. So I just want to point out one more thing before we leave this projected payment section. And it's that this $206 for taxes, although it says that it will be the same in the 8th year, that's not true at all. Taxes tend to go up. So they can expect this number to go up. Or, I mean, if they get better insurance and their hazard insurance or homeowners insurance goes lower, this can be lower. So just because it says it's going to stay the same, that's not true. What will still stay the same is this right here, unless they refinance. But this stays the same for the term of the loan, which is 30 years. Right here, you have your closing cost. Your closing costs, we'll go over that. It's all these costs over here on the second page, right? And then you have the cash to close. You can never forget this cash to close. If you're at the table, make sure that they did one of two things. They either wired $14,000 to the title company, or they must have a check with you, preferably a certified check for this amount. Most title companies won't accept a personal check. So a certified check for $14,147.26. This is for their cash. This is for them to close, the cash to close. This $9,712 is all of this added up over here. So you'll see that there's some stuff that was paid by others, some stuff was paid by them before closing, and this is what's being paid at closing. So you have your origination fee. That's to get them started, to get the loan process started, the application fee. You have some appraisal fees, credit report, flood certificate, all the tax stuff. And then you have your title costs. Right? They have their own fees over here, all the inspection, title, survey, if they did a survey. And then you have some prepaids for taxes, and this is initial escrow payment at closing. So the escrow account, just so you know, always needs a buffer, and they will replenish the escrow account every month where their payments, but at table, they'll collect a certain amount for escrow. And then you have some other costs over here. So all of this will add up to the $9,712 that they had to pay at closing. Now, let's see, if you look through here on the cash to close, 14,000, it says that there's more details on page 3. So whenever you're at the table, just go to page 3 and you'll see it right here. They have this was the estimate, but this is a final. That's the cash to close. They had a credit, the down payment, the deposit that they put, any seller credits, whatever it says here, just go to section L, what the seller credits was. Section L, HIJ. It's probably on a different page, but that's a seller credit right there. They'll know what this is. You don't need to get into too much details. And then you have other credits over here. It could be lender credits, whatever it is. But they'll know all these details, and that's why they had to bring $14,147.26 to the table to close. If you found this video informing, if you liked it, watch my next video. I think you guys are going to really like it. And don't forget to subscribe. So watch my next video.